Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. So today guys, in my Monday rambling, I'll put a timeline down in the description, so if you want to go to key points you can flick through that. Good news for you, I've got my microphone back up and working. Little Rhodes mic there, thank you, about 140 bucks. Not cheap at all right? That's Australian dollars, probably $10 US. So first of all, straight off the bat, huge shout out and a huge thank you to Matty from Matty's Workshop. Matty's a gun, he sent me down some big ass P&N Australian made tap wrenches, mate, and they're bigger than Ben-Hur. Thank you, Matty, I truly owe you one and I really appreciate it. So Matty, to share the love, I spoke to you on the phone the other day, mate, and I'm going to send you a clamp set for that big mill of yours. The clamp set's too big for me in my little shop, but it's going to be right for you, buddy. So I've got to get that boxed up and sent over to you. Thank you to Dudley Toolright, aka Robert. Robert sent me some stickers all the way over from his hometown over there, and I believe it's in the United States of America, Simi Valley. Sounds lovely, mate. Can't wait to get back over the States. I love going over there. Robert sent me a lovely handwritten letter, and I'm just going to take the time to read that real quickly if you don't mind. It's got, Aaron, thanks for the opportunity to exchange channel stickers. Strangely enough, I'd already subscribed to one of your channels, now both. It's a small world and even simpler community. I'm very proud to be part of it, even as an amateur. Well, buddy, that makes two of us, okay? It is the machining community on YouTube is really, really good. And I think us guys, especially some of us smaller guys, some of our Australian guys, and US and from Canada and New Zealand, we all need to pull together, guys, because I think we've got a lot of content to offer and we're not really given I shouldn't say the platform, but we're not really given the opportunity to, all right? But anyway, thank you. And Robert wrote here that, by the way, his family lived in Melbourne once and a while ago, and they loved it, and he said it was a wonderful city, country, and people. Thank you, mate. Aussies, on general, are pretty good people, if I have to say so myself, and we're quite friendly and quite generous, and usually, and if they're not, they're just pure bastards. So anyway, most of us are okay. Congratulations to Peter from the PGS channel. Peter just ticked over 1,000 subscribers over the weekend. I think it was either Friday or Saturday night. Max Grant from the Swan Valley Machine Shop gave him a shout out in his video, and that definitely got him over the line. So good on you, mate. Great work. Everyone behind the scenes, who I won't mention, but good work to those that gave Pete a shout out to get him over the line for 1,000 subscribers. Good on you, mate. Hopefully I'll get there soon myself someday with this little channel. Last night, Tom put out a new video, Tom Knopp over at Hilltop Machine Works, and mate, awesome shop. I'm very, very jealous. I'm flat out swinging a cat, never mind a chihuahua in here. It's pretty tight, my little 2-car garage, mate. So yeah, your shop's looking fantastic, buddy. I'm very, very happy for you. And hopefully one day when this COVID has stopped, some of us can start to travel again. And I'd love to get back over to America and say hello to a lot of these machinists, all right? And that goes for you guys as well. If you're ever in Melbourne, look me up and yeah, we'll catch up. All right, what did I do on the weekend? So on the weekend, the wife and I headed out to a rally called Lake Goldsmith, and it's over near Beaufort. Once again, about a bit over 2 hours outside of Melbourne, bit of a hike. It's a great, it's probably one of the best rallies held here in Australia. So if you're ever over here and you can get an opportunity to go to Lake Goldsmith, do it. Heaps of static, like private owners own their own sheds and got their own displays, and they've got this enormous big arena. Inside the arena, there's probably tractors and steam engines constantly going around. They've got a steam shovel working there as well. It's really, really good, guys. It would be the premier spot to go. The only downer on it was, because of COVID last year, it didn't run. When I drove out there now, guys, the scenery is fucked. I'm not going to say any other word. I'm sorry for swearing. It's totally fucked. There's about 100 of these ugly goddamn wind turbines everywhere. And it's absolutely wrecked it. You go away to these rallies to escape the city life and escape and just get back in touch with old school sort of thing. And you drive there and you're smashed in the face It's like getting hit in the face with a bazooka, okay? All these bloody ugly things everywhere. Got a lot of interest last week about my square there. I think some of you doubted me how square I actually got it. So I've chucked it back in the mill and I've swept the vise to show you that the vise is trammed, okay, which is parallel to the x-axis. I've then put in my little T-square that I made, my little engineer square, and I've swept it in the Y. And you can have a look here. I've got it pretty bloody spot on. Like, it's that close, it's not funny. Put it this way, if I drop it once, it's going to be out of square. So, as you know, you've got to be careful with your squares, don't drop them. However, in doing that little experiment for you guys here today, just remember that I'm relying that my manual milling machine has been scraped in 100% square, and I can't vouch for that, all right, unless I put a proper granite square on or something like that and checked it. But anyway, it's good enough for me. I'm happy with that. All right, my little motor. Hey, progress. The big fella got off. He's extracted the flange from the gluteus maximus. Other words, I pulled the finger out of my bum and I've got stuck into the flywheel. I've machined all the rods, put the cylinder head on, drilled some holes in the rocker cover here so I can oil the rockers because it will have no oil up at the top. Done a huge bit of modification here. I probably will win an award for the worst broaching of a tapered keyway on YouTube history. It's the ugliest goddamn keyway I've ever broached. And I shit you not, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I was winding the compound slide on the lathe. Oh, I started to get chest pain. I was working that hard. So yeah, it's the ugliest looking. I then put it in the mill, trammed up that universal semi-dividing head and broached it manually in the milling machine, but it's goddamn ugly. It really, really is. Anyway, I Loctited the motherfucker on and I don't think it's ever going to move again. Alrighty, what else? Last week, I got a lot of interest about this machine sitting behind me here, all right? And what it is, guys, no doubt you know, it's a CNC milling machine. It's a Chinese one, it's a Seil. It's roughly got a work envelope of 400, 280, 270, something like that, and 350 in Z. I'll put those imperial sizes down as I discuss it. I don't use it much on this channel, okay? I showcase that machine and other stuff I do on my other channel, okay? However, just because there was a little bit of interest last week, last Monday's ramblings or mumbles, as Chris likes to say, I'm going to put a little bit of footage in. And what I did, my good buddy Peter came around. Peter is a ex-trade teacher like myself. He used to teach at one of the universities here in Melbourne, teaching apprentices. And he used, believe it or not, he's a tool and die maker and had a very, very long career, very good tradesman. And he asked me to quote him on a little job because he doesn't have a lathe at home. And I said, Peter, you're a lazy bastard. Drive down here and do it yourself on my lathe. So he come down and anyway, we didn't have any round stock that he needed. So I had some square stock. I'll show you that in the end here, okay, where we dock it. I chuck it into the milling machine. We do some circular interpolation. So it's called roughing it out, okay? Then we circular to get it circular, of course, circular interpolation. To come in, you know, drill, tap, and then Peter puts it in the manual mill and faces it down to what he wants. And I believe they're some sort of alignment pins for his CNC router. I think he's got an Axiom CNC router at his home workshop. So, yeah, look, check it out. And like I said, guys, it's I don't do any CNC on this channel, but I thought there was a little bit of questions last week. Tom thought I stole it from school and dragged it home in the back of boot of my car. No, Tom, I didn't. Hey, look what I found on Amazon for you Aussie guys. These big blue ass Sharpie pens. It was quite a good find on Amazon, and I got them the next day. So I'll put the link there as well. Thanks to Paul over at the Knackler's Workshop. In his video description, he lists all the other channels that's on his sticker board. And if you don't mind, Paul, I'm going to steal your idea and put it in my video description as well. So all my stickers on my board, if you go down to the description, you'll have a link for every one of those YouTube channels there. And I think this is a great way, so good on you, Paul, for giving me the idea, a great way of all of us machinists supporting each other and helping each other.
This man was a bush mechanic that used to go around Australia putting up windmills and repairing them. And he had lots and lots of funny stories to tell. He was in a pub one day and there was a cat sitting on the bar drinking a beer. And he's sitting there and he's saying, I need to make a few dollars, or pounds it was in them days. And he says to the bloke next to him, I'll bet you £10 that my old fella's longer than that cat's tail. And the bloke says, are you joking? He says, no, I'm serious. He says, 10 quid. And everyone in the bar says, we'll have a piece of that. So they all put their 10 quids on the bar and they get the measure and they measure the cat's tail and it's 12 inches long. And he says, well, righto. So he says, I dropped my pants, and he said, now you've got to remember, you've got to do it fairly. You measured the cat from the arsehole, so you've got to measure mine from the arsehole too. and he got his 10 quid.
Good one.